Today's January 17th. Today's quote is entitled, "If you fail to fail, you fail." And this is a sequel to yesterday's quote, and this is another one of Prabhupada's recipes for success. Do not fail to act because you may not win. Do it because it is the right thing to do. If you fail to act, you have truly failed. Quote, "In the absolute field, both success and failure are glorious." We want to succeed for our guru. So how can failure be glorious? Well, Krishna told Arjuna, fight for the sake of fighting. The idea was fight to please me. You may win, you may lose, but the main thing is you're doing it to please me. So sometimes we think, oh, if I do this, I'll fail. Then the ego gets in the way. What will people think about me? They'll think I'm a failure. What will I think about myself? I'll think I'm a failure. Or what's the use of doing it if we're going to fail? Well, in a practical consideration, that may make sense. Why waste time and resources if it's going to fail? But how do you know it's going to fail? Okay, if you're strategizing, you look at something and you say, this thing's definitely going to fail. Okay, why do it? But in some cases, you can't know. It's just an order. The Guru says, do this. Prabhupada says, do this. You have to try. Why? For his pleasure. It's not about whether I'll succeed or how much I'll succeed. It's just about this needs to be done somehow or other. We have to try. So it's the relationship with Guru and Krishna that I'm doing this for their pleasure to please them. It's not about my ego. You know, it's so interesting that in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada says that a Vaishnava doesn't write books to be published. It's an action of purification. And Prabhupada told us to write, so it's an action of service. So I'm writing as a means of purification. I'm writing as a service to my Guru, whether I'm published or not, because it's pleasing to him. And maybe in my writing, I'll get amazing realizations that will evolve into a great talk, that will evolve into affecting, in a positive way, many, many people. So you just don't know what will happen by pleasing your Guru. And so one time Prabhupada said, it's not that you're working just to get results, you're working to please Krishna, and then Krishna will give you the results. If Krishna is pleased, he can do anything. Sometimes have you ever tried to do something and there's like very little result, and something else you did and there's a big result? Krishna can send the result. So our effort, our mentality is that I'm doing this to please Krishna. So if I fail to fail, in other words, if I fail to act because I think I'll fail, then that's failure. And then Prabhupada's saying, it's like the military. It's not a question of success or failure. It's just you have to fight, and so you do it. And that's what Krishna's telling Arjuna in the second chapter. You have to fight because it's your dharma, it's your duty. So when you're given an order by the Guru, it says, okay, just do it. And that's what Prabhupada did. I don't know how this is going to work. Prabhupada had doubts it was going to work. He didn't know if it was going to work. He was always thinking of going back to Vrindavan. It was difficult. But he was doing it to please his Guru. And he didn't compromise. He wasn't going to say, okay, I'll compromise, I'll make more disciples. He didn't compromise. That was amazing, right? Yes, Prabhupada is amazing. We have this amazing example. So just follow in his footsteps and all of us will be successful.